Hello class, today I'm going to be going over the building Vespertine by Eric Ohnmass. Two biographical reasons: its purpose, the architect's style, and its functional purpose. Its functional purpose was to be an entertaining and immersive experience, as Jordan Kahn, the chef and owner, calls it. It has very many entertaining aspects about it. Its glass exterior, its ability to light up in the evening, and its very loose boundaries, or even the fact that the dining space is sandwiched between the kitchen and the exit, so you get a view of the chef's cooking as you leave. Another thing is Eric Ohnmass's style. That was a big factor inspiring Vespertine. So Eric Ohnmass's style was taking old, uninteresting, unloved materials like steel and wood and concrete and turning it into a very interesting and unique building. Now, another biographical aspect of Vespertine was the fact that it was part of the Hayden Tract Project. The Hayden Tract Project was set out by real estate developers Frederick and Laurel Scimitar Smith. So Culver City was inhabited originally by old factories that were run down and old and abandoned. Soon, they took Eric Ohnmass and used him as an architect to make more buildings and projects that were interesting and really turn the city into an experience. So then a whole bunch of entertainment firms and businesses came over to Culver City. And from there, it became more of like a work-oriented area. Keep in mind, these businesses were very big-name entertainment businesses. So then they decided to go ahead and produce restaurants and cafes and theaters into Culver City, which was the era Vespertine was in. 3 contextual points for shape: urban sprawl, the vertical maneuver, palimpsest of the Cactus Tower, and contradiction or contrast to context. Palimpsest of the Cactus Tower, combining with the context. So a palimpsest is an old record used to document old buildings, and so the erased documentation when rewriting these maps would still show evidence of the old structures that could still be seen. And this is a good metaphor for the outline, for the composition of Vespertine's shape. It was a palimpsest of the Cactus Tower's original shape, which is the building that was originally on Vespertine's land. Urban sprawl means vertical maneuver. So Vespertine is in Culver City, but in that area, as you can see, there's a suburb. And the suburb tells me that there was a very high inhabitants rate and that it's a dense area. Vespertine is on a property that has 4 other businesses on it. And it fits a parking space. It fits the kitchen, the lobby, the indoor dining space, the outdoor dining space, all onto one really small property. And what is used as the advantage? The multi-story building. Contradiction or contrast to context. So the original context of Vespertine was old buildings, like said before. And so these buildings are actually a contrast to the original environment. 5 architectural principles displayed in Vespertine. The use of tectonics. The shape of buildings matter and have meaning. The use of patterns and the use of weak boundaries. Circulation. Vespertine has a very intentional path of egress. So it can be seen that the elevators used to go up. You go to the top dining space, and then in order to go down to the exit, you take the stairs and you pass down the kitchen. Now, this is a very directional and intentional path of egress. It is also seen that the private spaces, the service spaces, their entrances and exits are set away from the main public areas. Tectonics. Now, Vespertine has a big meaning, and one of the tectonics that I chose to show that is the outdoor space, which uses cube shapes and concrete chairs and seating areas. Now, this is a representation that promotes the idea that factory spaces and materials can be renewed to a new purpose. The shape of the building matters and has a meaning. So in our Foundations of Architectural Design by Robert K. Alexander, it says that a compact building is frequently the most economical shape of a building to build, both in terms of space and cost in a compact design, the limited amount of space given by a site, the limited amount of materials available for construction, or the need to eliminate complicated wall construction frequently result in a party with a single space or where multiple spaces in a closed envelope share functions. And that can be seen in Vespertine. Vespertine is based off of a cube-shaped design that is compact. There are many loose boundaries and as well as shared spaces. Use of patterns. So this pattern goes along with the meaning of Vespertine's meaning. The architects chose and tried to keep a pattern on the exterior that seemed to exude a feeling of soft geometry or twisted cubes. The use of weak boundaries. Vespertine also has, as said before, many weak boundaries, and this is just another architectural element that is displayed through Vespertine, which is the ability to have a lobsters and tennis experience, again promoting the immersive experience of Vespertine that was wanted by the chef and owner.